Hike number 22 is Hope Lookout Trail. Decided to do this hike yesterday afternoon or evening once I got to my hotel in Mission, British Columbia. So we're in Canada. Now I had three possible hikes to do today. One was overlooking the area I stayed in last night, but there was a lot of drizzle, low cloud. There was another one, Bridal Falls or something. Not the biggest fan of waterfalls compared to these sort of hikes, so Hope Lookout Trail it is today. It's a fairly short hike in terms of the end point. We're talking about 2.3 kilometers, elevation 524 meters. We are right at 62 meters, so it's a fair bit of elevation gain in a fairly short period of time. Here we go. This is a nice little map. Mount Hope. Anyway, oh, we don't go all the way to Mount Hope. Yeah, it only goes up to here, looks like. Yeah, the mountains are pretty tall here. Anyway, I never knew this town existed until yesterday. I'm driving on Trans-Canada 1. Anyway, so here we are. Mount Hope Lookout Trail. Let's start. By the way, there's only one other car here, so don't expect to meet many people on this hike. And this is also the intersection of... No, this is where Highway 1 separates into two parts. I can either go Highway 1 or Highway 5. Yeah, so I'll have to decide that when I get back. So many decisions to make. Anyway, so starting off fairly... not that steep. Not that steep, although we do have to gain 460 meters in 2 kilometers. That is steep. Bikes that way, hikers that way, cars that way. No cars allowed here. This way. I noticed this weird thing here and I was like, what the hell is this? And then I realized I think this is the bike trail. So this is a fun thing for the bikes, although how do bikes get up there? That's a little bit too steep. Okay. Only 340 meters in and not that steep yet, so it's gonna have to get a little bit steeper. Nice for them to put a nice little seat here for those who can't handle the trail, who need a break. So far it's okay, it's pretty good. I'm comparing it to Lauriten's North Brother. And that was 370 meters of gain in 1.4 kilometers. So that was actually steeper than this. So as soon as I thought of that, I went, okay. Yeah, this is not going to be as steep. So easily managed. What you have to do is make sure your pacing is right. And it's not hard. I think that's the problem most people have. They overestimate their abilities and they go a little bit too quick. I'm also going to be on the lookout for animals. Canadian animals. Glad they got signs here. Joan Greenwood Loop Trail to the left. Mount Hope Lookout Trail to the right. Seat for those who need it. And we've got some steps. Although, even though I am not the biggest fan of steps, these look like they're nice steps. We'll call it nice steps. Ordered steps. Manufactured steps. Well, most steps are manufactured, but they're evenly spaced. Put it that way. Yeah, these are fine. These are beautiful steps. Have a choice here. The dirt trail or the log stumps. I think I'm going to choose the log stumps. Oh, it's so exciting. So exciting. Oh. Not sure why they needed a log trail there. Oh. It's not really log stumps, it's log parts. Well, that was exciting. Seems like the little things are amusing me today. I suppose this is because it's a short hike. a nice hike, I suppose. Anyway, we've got a nice little staircase here, made with love. A wooden staircase with a bit of metal, probably because of slipperiness, that sort of thing. Anyway, we're almost halfway in. No, actually a quarter way in, halfway up to the top. So 1 kilometre done, and so far elevation gain is 169 metres, so it should get steeper. A little bit steeper, but not all that much. Oh, look at it, does get steeper right here. And there's a please don't shortcut sign, which is hiking etiquette. Never take shortcuts. Yeah, shortcutting, switchbacks, kills plants, erodes soil, damages the trail. Truth. I like how they've just put some logs as rails twice there. And we've also now got a chain. Yeah, it's to help. First time I've seen chains. On occasion you do see them. And I sort of do understand why they put them here. It would help. So, yeah, good for them. Good to the Hope Council for doing this. First view with power lines. There's Hope Town, whatever. Big mountains surrounding Hope. Unable Point. Okay. Unable Point. This is where, if you're unable to go any further, you turn around. Hike's become fairly steep, as expected. There was a little short period, or short section that was flat. You know, because this is 2 kilometres, you can go up almost 500 metres. If you go into flat bits, it has to become a little bit steeper. Anyway, so a lot of switchbacks as well. So gained 200 metres of elevation so far. So halfway there in terms of elevation gain, but more than halfway in terms of distance. Okay. 1,000 feet of elevation gain. Lots of switchbacks and lots of steps. And 1.5 kilometres in, so a little bit further to go. It's probably the big difference between this and North Brother at Laurelton. It's just the amount of switchbacks. I'm not going to count the steps though. Somewhere up there. Looks like it keeps going for a while. Sort of reminding me of this hike of Laurelton's North Brother. Because this. Now, the vegetation's a little bit different. But this is what I remember from that hike in Australia. Just a lot of steps in a straight line, never stopping. Great hike for conditioning, that one was, and I assume this one is too. I just passed 2 women who were sitting down at some chairs, so obviously, well maybe not obviously, but they probably owned only a car that was parked in the parking lot apart from mine. Anyway, almost at 1,200 feet of elevation gain, 1.65 kilometres hiked so far. Ooh, we got a bit of a flat section. Ooh, how exciting. Here we are at the top. And it looks like there is a lookout because of a rockfall, landslide or something, many years ago. So I just had a peek to the left. There is a sign and a massive con. About 425 metres via all trails, 1,526 feet by my watch. Okay. Lookout logbook. Do a log. I'll do a log. Oh, the rock terrace you are standing on is with my hand. Oh, it keeps going. It's really nice. Oh, and they have a map. Yay. Hello, Hope. Helicopter somewhere. Oh, there it is. You probably can't see it. I can see it. I don't know which way I'm driving after this. There's a field, a soccer field. Let's see, a school. Where's your shopping centre? Down there, maybe. Yeah, I should point. Down there, maybe. So Highway 1 goes, I think, that way. And I think the other highway I might go on goes that way. I don't know yet. I have to have a look. Pretty nice. Oh yeah, there it is, Highway 1. Mount Oppenheimer. Yeah, here we go. So the highway I'm going on is just there. Highway 5, not 1. I think. It looks quicker the other way. Highest peak here is Jorgensen, looks like. In the distance there. Let's keep going, see if we get a different view up here. Don't know why it'd be much of a different view. Benches are sponsored. It keeps going. Interesting. Never knew this town existed until today. What is up there? Oh, thought that was the end of the trail. Ah, Lookout Loo. Oh, okay. I don't need that. Beautiful. That is Mount Hope Lookout Trail finished. 4 kilometres, 4.4 kilometres, hour, 51 minutes. And now I've got to go to Revelstoke. Can't be there before 3 or maybe 4. It's interesting. I think we went up to the upper viewpoint. I did not see any lower viewpoint. Anyway, doesn't really matter now.